Today we're going in search of bargains on Lake Oconee. Lake Oconee is Georgia's second largest recreational lake at 19,000 acres. It's really a popular spot. It's about an hour east of Atlanta, easily reachable from Atlanta, Athens, Augusta, or even Macon. The problem is the median home price, even in this market on Lake Oconee, is in the mid-sixes. $660,000 is a pretty steep price for many families when they're looking at a second home or even retiring on the lake. So if your budget is under $300,000, what can you really find on Lake Oconee? That's what we're in search of today. Hello! Today our search for value buys on Lake Oconee takes us over to the east side of Lake Oconee, just a few miles south of the Granite Shoals Marina. This particular property we're visiting today is priced in the mid-twos. Let's examine what you get for your money with this property. First feature I'm noticing is you have this beautiful masonry seawall. It's hard to find those on the lake. The benefit of a masonry seawall is low upkeep, low maintenance for lifetime compared to a wood seawall. Now you do have dock limitations. Remember we talked about how you have to accept limitations when you're budget shopping. This is what we call a wharf dock. It just lines the shoreline, a limit to how many different boats could be hooked up to it. Now in this case, Georgia Power has actually said that there's sufficient distance shore to shore that a bigger max dock could be added to this property. So you'd add $15,000 or $20,000 if you want to do a max dock rigged up with a boat lift. The home in this particular case, site-built in a neighborhood of site-built homes. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, not terribly large. So again, it's not the biggest house for your money, but it's a nice location, convenient to lakeside dining and marinas with decent water depth. This is what you get another way to spend $250,000 on beautiful Lake Oconee. All right. When you're looking at lake homes on Oconee, one of the phrases that you'll hear is max dock, and that refers to the largest footprint of dock that Georgia Power will permit on this lake. This is a max dock with plenty of room to put your pontoon or ski boat. You can dock some ski-doos on this, personal watercrafts. Also, this particular dock has a mechanical boat lift, an electric boat lift, with a nice cover on it to keep your boat clean. And instead of reeling or working hard, look at this. You can let Edison help you move your boat up and down into the water. One of the things to be aware of when you're buying a lake home is the quality of the dock and also the extras that may or may not come with it. Lots of people who have homes on Lake Oconee add these nifty little pumps for landscaping. So instead of pulling water out of your well or paying your water provider for some extra landscaping water, you can use your beautiful 19,000 acre lake as your reservoir. Continuing our tour of Lake Oconee on a budget, today we're in the Sugar Creek Marina neighborhood with this adorable little cottage. It's only about 1,000 square feet. It was a permanent home, so it's got 2 big bedrooms and bathrooms in it. It is a back of the cove location, so when you try to do Lake Oconee on a budget and you come into a comparatively higher rent district, you're going to have to make trade-offs like this cove. It restricts your view. The cove normally has about 4 feet of water at the dock, which in normal times is sufficient. We're in a bit of a drought right now, so you see some exposed shoreline along those seawalls. But fabulous location, you're close to a marina, you're close to a lot of amenities, in a cute little site-built house. Homes all around you are site-built. So the big question for you to ask yourself is, what are the right trade-offs for me when I'm trying to find a budget buy on Lake Oconee? Hi there. This afternoon our search for value on Lake Oconee takes us up to the quiet north end of Lake Oconee and Hidden Point. Hidden Point is a modest lakefront community on the North Appalachia branch of the lake. Value is found up here. My personal farm is actually just upwater a little bit. I love this part of the lake. This particular property is actually a foreclosure. People often ask me, oh, can I buy a foreclosure? There aren't many foreclosures on Lake Oconee, but they do come up. This one's just new on the market. It's a ranch home with a full basement. site build, of course. Dock limitations, it's a wharf dock. We're actually right next to the community boat ramp in this community. Water depth is reasonable, and big water is just out there. You have a beautiful view from your home, at least you will once you trim some limbs and maybe even cut a tree down, but $250,000 goes a long way on the beautiful north end of Lake Oconee. All right, welcome back to our search for Lake Oconee on a budget. This particular property is in the Blue Springs neighborhood, one of the older neighborhoods in Lake Oconee, very stable. People tend to hold on to their properties for 15, 20 years at a time. A lot of original old manufactured homes. This one is a hybrid, about half of original manufactured home, about half site-built additions, including a huge sun porch that spans the lake. Look at these views. Fantastic views, about 5 feet of water depth at the lot, great fishing area, and very close to the Blue Springs Marina. And the price, under $200,000. Now that's a deal on Lake Oconee. If you're ready to find out more about life in Georgia's Lake Country, contact me now.